So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these macrame keychains. This first keychain is made using the half square spiral, and the second one is made using the square knot senet. To do both of these, you only need to learn how to tie one kind of knot. The materials that you will need to do this project are 3mm macrame cord, D-ring lobster clasps, a ruler, and a pair of scissors. Optionally, you could also use a binder clip and tape, but those are not necessary. So to start, you're going to want to choose what color cord you want to use. You can either just use one color or you can use two. I'm going to choose the blue and the black to use today. You're then going to want to measure out 3 feet of each cord. It doesn't have to be completely exact, but just around 3 feet is fine. And after I've cut my first cord, I just use that one to measure out the second one because it can make it a little bit easier than having to measure it out with a ruler again. Next, we are going to attach our macrame cord to the D-ring lobster clasp. The color that you put on first is not going to be as visible, so with these you can see I put on the black cord first. So whatever color you're going to want to be the most visible, you're going to want to make sure you attach second. To attach them, we are going to do what is called the girth hitch. So first we want to make sure that our cord is folded perfectly in half. Then we will grab our clasp and put the loop through the D-ring. Next, you will reach through the loop and grab the 2 cords and pull them through until it's tight. You're going to repeat the same process for the second piece of cord, but instead of only grabbing the 2 cords, you're going to grab all 4. So if you did 2 colors, you'll even grab the second color as well. This is optional, but I find it a little bit easier to braid the cord if it's attached to something, so I just use a binder clip and clip it to something nearby, and then put the lobster clasp onto it. So the first keychain we are going to make is going to be the square knot senet keychain, and this picture kind of shows you how to do a square knot. It might make it a little bit easier to see all the steps at once. To start, you are going to take the cord on the right, and you're going to make a backwards 4. Putting the cord over the 2 cords in the middle. Next, you're going to take the cord on the left-hand side and you're going to put it over the tail end of that 4 that you just made. And then you're going to bring it underneath the 2 cords in the middle. And then you're going to go up and through the middle of the 4. And then you're just going to grab both ends and pull them tight. If the cords in the middle start to get a little tangled up, you want to make sure that you straighten them out, or else it'll kind of be weird and bumpy underneath your knots. Next, you're going to repeat those same steps, but just on the opposite side now. So you'll take the left cord and you'll make a 4, put the right cord over the tail end, and then go underneath the 2 cords and up and through the 4. And once again, you'll pull them tight. So after that, you're just going to keep repeating those steps, alternating on every side until your keychain is your desired length. Sometimes if I can't get the 2 cords in the middle to stay where I want them to, it is just a little bit easier to tape them down. To finish the keychain off, there's really no exact way that you have to do it, but the way that I like to do it is I like to tie the 2 different color strings together, and then after that I just trim them so they're all the same height. And once that is done, I go in and I kind of separate the strings from each other so it gives it more of a frayed end. If you have a comb, that would be easy to do too, and just comb through the string. The next keychain is this half square spiral keychain. All the beginning steps are the same as the first keychain, and then once you go to knot it, it is pretty similar as well. Instead of alternating which side you do the 4 or backwards 4 on, you're just going to do them all on one side. So if you do the backwards 4 using the right cord, then you're just going to keep doing that over and over again. Slowly, your keychain will start to want to turn itself. And when it does that, you can just let it turn, and you can kind of flip it over so that the left string will become the right string. And then you just keep making the 4s on whatever side that you decide to do them on. So that is how you make these 2 beginner keychains, and eventually you can move forward to these more complicated keychains or macrame wall hangs.